So Witchfire has some very interesting guns, and I thought it'd be a cool idea to review each of them individually, rate them on how well they do, give them a score, then compare them to one another to see which gun comes out on top. But before we get started, I just wanted to say, on January 27th from 9 AM to 3 PM, I'll be doing a One Life to Live stream in Witchfire where we will try to complete the game's content without dying, and if we do, we start over. So if you or a loved one has eyes and or ears, consider tuning in where you can watch and or listen to me whine about how much I suck at this game. Now today we're going to be taking a look at the All-Seeing Eye, a long-range bolt-action rifle that at first glance is nothing special, but on further inspection can be absolutely devastating under the right circumstances. At base, this gun sucks eggs, you know what I'm saying? It has piss poor damage, slow fire rate, only around 5 rounds in the mag, and takes 4 fucking ever to reload, which you will have to do often because it doesn't do enough damage to kill 2 small enemies back to back. The only thing it has going for it is you can sit way back and pick off enemies from a distance, which is almost necessary. Now at level 1 it does get a massive DPS boost and starts to become okay. Upon hitting enemies with more than 75% health, you deal increased damage. I don't know the exact percentage, but it's a big bonus. Going from having to hit a small foe in the face 3 times down to 1 time and then a body shot. But it's still just not that good. At level 2, this gun gets good. It becomes an absolute monster and quite frankly one of my personal favorite guns in the game. Headshots cause an area of effect shockwave that will hurt enemies within the vicinity. This makes the gun infinitely more versatile. Now instead of carefully plucking one enemy off at a time, you can really get in the shit and go ham, egg, and cheese. Large groups of enemies? Fuck them. Enemies trying to hide behind cover? I didn't fucking think so. At level 3, when dealing increased damage on a crit, the shockwave deals decay damage. So in theory, under the right circumstances, this gun has the highest single shot DPS in the game. You shoot an enemy in the face for around 90 or so damage, the shockwave pulses hitting any of the other enemies for 35 damage each, then decay sets in dealing an additional, like 25 damage over time to each enemy struck by the shockwave. It gets kind of absurd. So to move into the pros and cons, the All-Seeing Eye has great range, great AoE potential, does an elemental damage type allowing you to have multiple status effects at once, is quite versatile and has really decent utility. Now the cons are it has poor single target damage, low mag capacity, low fire rate, low stunning power, and the reload time is kinda doo-doo. Now all of the cons can be fixed with the Arcanum, but you kinda have to be lucky. Like you're not gonna get like fast reload every round. So you know what I'm saying? It just, with that being said, like if I had to rate the gun, even though it is one of my favorites, I believe it belongs in B tier. It's well rounded, it has some simple downfalls, but it has some great pros. So all in all, I think it's perfectly balanced. Under the right circumstances, S tier. Under the bad ones, D tier. So if you enjoyed the Gun Guys series, and or this video, and or want to watch me stream, then consider subbing. Otherwise, get the hell out of here.